Okay, good morning and welcome to Yeshiva Yutuvim at Iyun. Today I want to talk about Eiruvin. We're starting the sixth parak, Mishnah Aleph over here. It says, Hadari manachri b'chatzir, or misha eno mode be'eruv. Hareza osar Allah. It's machlokes Tanakam and Rav Lezer. How many non-Jews in your city or your town have residences there prevent you from making an Eruv? We'll have to see going forward how this applies to us, because obviously most people in America live in communities. There's a lot of non-Jews that live among them. Technically, according to strict halacha, Nachri's residence is not considered a residence. All this is a gzeira that they shouldn't live among Nachrim because they're chashal shvichas damim. So it's not just a Nachri. The Mishnah says, "Misha ena mod Eruv." He doesn't admit to an Eruv. He doesn't agree the concept of Eruv Chatzeres. Eruv Chatzeres was something that Shlomo Melech was masak, and it's obviously part of Torah Sheba'al Peh. So, according to Rav Bar Tanura, he says a kusi. Kusi in the Gemara is not clear what a kusi is. It seems like a suffix whether he was Magai or Beleif Shalom or not. The Gemara has Machlokes Kusim. Are they Geri Arios or Geri Emes? It comes back from Sancheiriv when he took Aseres HaShvatim and he brought him to certain cities, and because of fear of lions, they converted or didn't convert back to Judaism. So it's a question whether they're Magai or not. It's a suffix whether they're Magai or not. It's Machlokes in the Tanoim. It's Machlokes in the Rishonim and Poskim. It's not clear we possible like. Practically, who's Kusim nowadays? We don't really know who Kusim was. It was some tribe, 10 tribes from many years ago. However, some Mefarshim say it's not just Kusim. Tosos Yom Tov and Tiferet Yisrael say it's also a Tzeduki or Apikores. Anyone who doesn't agree to Torah Sheba'al Peh, he's also considered a Nachri for this case. Now, it's hard to understand this because the whole reason Nachri is a problem is because they're Chashal Shvichas Damim. Now, I wouldn't say people, if you assume Reform Judaism is something, they're not motivated Torah Sheba'al Peh. Well, they are really motivated Torah Sheba'al Peh, but they just have a different way of understanding Torah Sheba'al Peh. But let's say you really have people nowadays who don't believe in Torah Sheba'al Peh. They only believe in Torah Shebachtav. So are those people really Chashal Shvichas Damim? They're Jewish people. They just believe halfway. Usually people who Reform are more, cultured people, and they would never even think of killing somebody. So, how does that make sense? I would say I agree with Rav Bar Tanura. It's only the kusi. Who is a kusi? Is there a kusi nowadays? I would say, yeah, there is a kusi nowadays. Kusi comes to the word kuth or unkuth, right? People who don't have good manners. Don't have good manners sounds like a non-Jewish people that they're willing to kill you. There are certain people. I'm not going to say which sect in Judaism I believe is like that, but you can imagine for yourself. There's a large sect of Jews, especially in the ultra-Orthodox sector. Give some hints over here. That are uncouth, they have very bad manners, they'll walk in, they'll knock you down, they'll eat with their hands, they'll put their feet on the table. Those people, now, I don't know if they're going to actually take a gun and kill you, maybe like a non-Jewish person, but, they'll trample you, they'll walk over you, they have very poor manners. And you have very poor manners, there is more likelihood that you'll one day, or through negligence, commit shvichas damim. So, it says Geri Arios and Geri Emes. I was talking obviously back then in the type of Sancheiriv, but Geri is not just converts. There is a branch of Judaism, a certain sect in this larger sect that sounds like Geri. I'm not going to say what it is, but it's just a microcosm of this larger sect of Jews in the ultra-Orthodox sector of Judaism that is very uncouth, doesn't have good manners, and possibly could be the subject of the Gemara over here. I don't think it applies to people Torah Sheba'al Peh. They don't agree with Torah Sheba'al Peh. Usually those people are more refined, more cultured, even Reform, let's say, they disagree with Torah Sheba'al Peh. Some of them are what our assumption with Torah Sheba'al Peh is, but they're usually very refined people. They're the opposite. They're very cultured people. They're not gonna commit shvichas damim. But people who don't have good manners, through negligence, a lot of time could do shvichas damim. And if it's true what I'm saying, that these people are kusim, it's very sad. But anyway, I won't say anymore. You have to figure out the rest yourself. I don't want to incriminate an entire group of people because not everyone in that group does exactly what I said, but there is a significant amount of them that act like this, unfortunately. So that's what I have to say about it. Hope you enjoyed today's share. See you in the next one.